Hello guys, today we will learn how to deploy virtual machine in Microsoft Azure portal. So let's log in to the portal. Let's sign in. For the deploying virtual machine, we need a resource group. You can see this is my subscription. So first we will create the resource group. Under the resource group, we can create the virtual machine. So let's create the resource group first. This is my free trial subscription. I'm selected. Resource group name I'm giving here test grp, like a test group. And region we have to select, so we select the region west us 3. For the daily basis we should have to practice, like so give tags created by and which date have created. Also you can give in a real-time scenario, we can tag like a ticket id or ticketing date, like so created by or created, like so that is a name and value. So let's add review and create. Let's create the resource group. Into the resource group, you can see there is get one notification, go to resource group. So this is our resource group and locations. Let's go to the home page. Now we will deploy the virtual machine under the resource group. Let's create the virtual machine. Azure virtual machine I'm selecting there. Select the resource group there. Now I'm giving virtual machine name server 200. Under the region west us 3, select the virtual machine Windows Server 2016 data center. Okay, so size we can optimize here, we can scale the size here. So we will, for the free subscription it not available, so we are selecting on other standard like D2AS. I'm selecting here. I'm giving the username, it will be the admin user of Windows machine or Windows server, we can say. And same you can see there, we give the server name, that is a server 200, it will be our host name of our system. Now I'm giving the password here. Select the port which we can take the remote RDP. Click on the next. RDP I have selected, click on the next. Now I am selecting DIX here, standard SSD. For the best practices, delete a VM, delete with a VM, select this option. When we delete the VM, the disk also delete. Go to the networking. Under the networking, we are not doing any changes here. By default option we are taking, this is a subnet 10.1.0.0/24. This is a public IP. It will be created after deploy the virtual machine. So I am selected NIC network security group is basics. It's creating a one security group under the virtual machine. Management I am not changing to it. I'm not doing any changes here. Click on the next to monitoring. Under the monitoring I'm not doing any changes here. Go to the enable recommended alerts. So we can configure alerts here, like how many time we have to use the virtual machine. we can create the alert like what types of bill we have to use, what's hours we can set, like that. Go to the next tag. Also we can give the tag here in the resource group I mentioned, created by and created date also. You can see. Let's review and create. Validation is passed. If getting any error, we have to check what error it's showing, and we have to change, we have to do the changes at there. So let's create the virtual machine. Wait for a minute for deploying the virtual machine. You can see in the notification initializing the deployment of the virtual machine. Once it deployed, it will show deployment is completed. See, deployment is in progress. So network security group has been created, also server IP address also created. Now deploying the virtual machine under the test group, and it's created a VNet also, virtual network security group. Now deploying the virtual machine. You can see deployment is in progress. See, deployment is completed. Go to the resource. Now you can see all the detail which we have selected while creating the while deploying the virtual machine. See, under the test group, a status is running. Under the location was US3, and this is subscription free trial. This is subscription ID, IP address, virtual network, and DNS. DNS is not configured. In the next or few session after I will do that. So you can see this is the private and public IP address of the virtual machine. This is the size. This is the OS disk. You can see. All detail is having which we have selected while deploying the virtual machine. So let's connect. We can download RDP file, or we can take a remote direct with the IP address. So I'm downloading the RDP file first. After I will take a remote with IP address. Let's double click on that. Connect. Give the user ID and password which we have entered while creating virtual machine. This is the RDP port number. Now system is going to logging in. You can see we have take the remote of virtual machine. It's mean virtual machine deployment is done successfully. Same, I'm disconnecting the virtual machine and I will take remote with the IP address. So let's wait for open the server manager. In this PC we we can see the storage. It's by default is 127 GB. Now server manager is open. You can see the computer name is server 200. This is the processor detail and all detail. Now we will take remote via IP address. This is the public IP address. You can see we will take remote with that. We are disconnecting virtual machine which we connect with the RDP file. Entering the IP address. Let's connect. Giving the password. Click on OK. Click on Yes. You can see where we disconnect the virtual machine. From that we can see the virtual machine is as it is. Thanks for watching the video.